So today I'm going to be showing you how to make this sweater. I'm calling it the Fairy Garden Patchwork Sweater because there's a flower, a butterfly, a mushroom, and a dragonfly all in different squares, and I've kind of like pieced it together in a patchwork sort of way. So that's what I'm calling it. This is mostly me explaining how to make the individual squares. So I have a video tutorial, a written tutorial, and a chart for each of these squares. And then I have a color diagram, a sewing diagram, and then I show you how to put it all together. I try to give as many instructions as possible to make it as easy as possible. I know some people learn from charts, some people learn from videos, some people learn from written. I personally like a combination of all three, so that's why I made all three. I'm using a 5mm hook for this and then a weight 4 yarn. You can do whatever you want, just adjust it based on the size that you need. I am making 9 squares of each of the colors. I'm doing 4 different colors for the 4 different types that I'm making. So that's what I did. You can do whatever you want. It's very customizable, but that's what I did. So let's get into making this, and all the links will be below. I think I'm gonna put it all in like one big slideshow situation so you can just kind of like scroll and find whatever you need. And yeah, I don't want to keep talking forever because this is about the tutorial. So like, let's get into the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to be starting with the butterfly first. So I'm going to make a slip knot and going to chain 25. To start row 1, I'm going to do a double crochet into the 4th stitch from the hook, and then continue to double crochet all the way down, and you should have a total of 23 double crochets, but that first chain 3 counts as your first double crochet. Okay, to start row 2, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then you're going to do 9 more double crochets. So you'll have a total of 10, but that chain 3 is always going to count as your first double crochet. So don't go into the first stitch, go into the second stitch here. So 9 more. Then you're going to chain 3, and then yarn over, and you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 and double crochet into the 4th stitch, and then double crochet till the end, and you should have 10 double crochets. If you think you're short one, it's because you need to double crochet into that 3rd chain. So don't forget about your chains on the ends because they count as stitches. When you get to the end of the row, chain 3, turn your work, and then starting row 3, I'm going to do 6 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3 and then skip 3, so that would be your last 3 stitches before your chains, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets into that chain space, then chain another 3, skip 1, 2, 3 and double crochet into the 4th stitch, and double crochet to the very end. So we're creating a little box V situation here. To start row 4, you're going to chain 3 again, turn your work, and then do 3 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, once again skip 3 and do 3 double crochets into that chain 3 spot. Then you're going to do 3 chains where the 3 double crochets are, and then 3 double crochets where the 3 chains are, then another 3 chains, and then skip 3 double crochet to the very end. So this is what it should be looking like at the end of row 4. If you're ever confused, just remember that it mirrors itself. So whatever's on the right should match exactly what's on the left. So if you fold it in half, it should look the same. To start row 5, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then you're going to do 5 double crochets. So as you can see, 2 of those 5 will end up being in that chain space. Usually you'll do 3, but here you're only going to do 2, which is fine. And then you're going to chain 11, and then you're going to do a double crochet in the opposite hole, and you'll actually do 2 double crochets into that hole, and then finish off with the double crochets until the very end. To start row 6, you're going to chain 3 like normal, turn your work, and then do 5 double crochets. Then you're going to do 11 single crochets, and you want to do them directly on top of those chains. Then to finish off the row, you're going to do 6 double crochets right on top of the row 5 double crochets. To start row 7, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then do 4 double crochets. After that, you should have 1 double crochet stitch left over, and you're going to do an increase in that stitch. And if you don't know what an increase is, all you're going to do is do 2 double crochets into the exact same stitch instead of 1. Then you're going to chain 4. Then you're going to yarn over, and you're going to double crochet into that chain 3 space of row 4. And just do a double crochet like normal. This is creating the butterfly center. Then you're going to chain 4, yarn over, and you're going to do an increase into that very first double crochet on the other side. And then after you do 1 increase, you're just going to regularly double crochet to the very end. So that should be 5 double crochets. Then to start row 8, chain 3 like normal, turn your work, and then you're going to do 3 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, and then skip 3, 1, 2, 3, so just those double crochets. And then you're going to do 9 double crochets, so it will be 4 on this side, 1 in the middle, and then 4 on this side. When you double crochet into that double crochet that we made in the center, make sure to get through both of the pieces of yarn so that you pull the right amount, or else it'll look wonky. So as you can see, I actually have 3 loops on my hook because I'm pulling from both sides, and you kind of just have to feel it and test it around to figure out what that looks like for you. It's kind of hard to see it through the video. So if you do it right, then you should, when you turn your yarn around, have a normal looking post. It should not look like there's a big hole or gap. It should look normal. Then you're going to chain 3, yarn over, and you're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet into the 4th, and then continue to double crochet all the way to the very end. Now to start row 9, chain 3, and then do 6 double crochets. So 3 of those will be in stitches, 3 of them will be in that chain 3 space. Then you're going to want to chain 3 and skip 3 stitches, crochet, double crochet into the 4th, do a total of 3 double crochets, then chain 3 again, skip 3, and then double crochet to the very end. Start row 10, you're going to chain 3, and then turn your work and do 9 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3, and then do 10 double crochets. And then for row 11, which is the final row, you're going to chain 3 and then just do a double crochet into every single stitch. And to check your work, you should have a total of 23 double crochets, including that very first chain 3 as usual. Then I just did a slip stitch and cut my work, and actually the butterfly, you flip it and then you have your first square. Now for the dragonfly, I'm going to start out by making a slip knot and then chaining 25. To start round 1, you're going to yarn over and double crochet into the 4th stitch from the hook, and then you're going to do a double crochet all the way till the very end into every single stitch. Now once again, to check your work, you should have a total of 23 stitches, and that does include the chain 3 as one of the stitches. To start row 2, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work and then double crochet 4. Then you're going to chain 3 and then yarn over, and you're going to skip 1, 2, 3 and double crochet into the 4th, and you'll want to do 7 double crochets. Then you want to chain 3, yarn over and skip 1, 2, 3 stitches and double crochet into the 4th, and then double crochet all the way to the end. For row 3, start with 3 double crochets and turn your work, and then you're going to do 1 double crochet and then chain 3, and then you're going to skip 3 stitches and do 3 double crochets into that chain 3 space, and then continue and do 3 more double crochets. Then chain 1 and skip 1 stitch, then do 6 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, into the fourth, and double crochet to the very end. To start row 4, you're going to chain 3 and then do 4 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3 stitches, and then 2, 3 into the fourth, do 3 double crochets. Then chain 1 and skip 1, and then 3 more double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, skip 3, and then double crochet to the very end. For row 5, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 1 double crochet. Then chain 3 and skip 3. Then you're going to do 6 double crochets. Chain 1 and skip 1, then do another 6 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3 and then skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet to the very end. For row 6, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and double crochet 10. Then you're going to chain 2, but you're only going to skip your usual 1. After that, double crochet to the very end. Okay, to start row 7, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then you're going to do 4 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 11. Then you're going to skip 14 rows and do a double crochet down to the end. To give you a cheat sheet, there should be 5 double crochets at the end, so you can just count this way instead of the full 14 if you want. To start row 8, you're going to chain 3 and then do 3 double crochets. Then you should have 1 double crochet left, and you're going to do an increase in that stitch. Chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to do a double crochet into that chain 2 of row 6. Like this. This is making the body. Chain 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you're going to do an increase into that first double crochet on the other side, and then after that just double crochet to the very end. Then for row 9, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then do 1 double crochet. Then you're going to chain 3 and then do an increased double crochet into that very last double crochet, and then double crochet 4 right on top of those chains. You're going to chain 1 and skip 1 and do 4 double crochets. So all you're skipping is that double crochet. So you'll do 4 double crochets right over those chains. Then into that first double crochet stitch, you're going to do a double crochet increase. Then chain 3, skip 1, 2, 3, and double crochet to the very end. To start row 10, you're going to chain 3 like normal and turn your work, and then do 4 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do 7 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3, skip 3, and then double crochet to the very end. Then to do row 11, which is the final row, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then do a double crochet into every single stitch. To double check your work, you should have a total of 23 stitches, so 22 double crochets and then your chain 3. And this is what the dragonfly square should look like. So now it's time for the mushroom square. So I'm just making a slip knot, and once again I'm going to chain 25, then yarn over and double crochet into the 4th chain and double crochet all the way down. Once again, just like all the other ones, you should have 23 double crochets. That includes the chain 3 as one of your double crochets. To start row 2, you're going to chain 3 and then turn your work and do 4 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 3 and then skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 7 double crochets. And then yarn over and skip 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet to the very end. For row 3, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 1 double crochet. Then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3, and then do 6 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 1 and skip 1, and then double crochet another 6, then chain 3 and skip 3, and then double crochet to the very end. So 1, 2, 3, and that would just be 2 double crochets. Starting row 4, you're going to chain 3 as usual, and then double crochet 4. Then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3, to double crochet 3, chain 1, skip 1, and then do another 3 double crochets, chain 3, skip 3, and double crochet to the very end. Row 5, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then double crochet 10, chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet to the very end. Now for row 6, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then do 4 double crochets. Then you're going to do 1 increase. Then you're going to chain 9. Then you're going to skip 11 stitches and then do an increase into the 12th. And continue on doing 1 double crochet into each stitch all the way down. For row 7, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and do 5 double crochets. Then do 1 increase of double crochets, chain 7, and then you're going to do an increase into that very first double crochet on the other side. And then after that, just do regular double crochets into each stitch all the way till the end. For row 8, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 1 double crochet. Then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then you're going to do 2 double crochets, and then for the last double crochet you're going to do an increase, then chain 5, and then do an increase into the first double crochet on the other side, then do 2 regular double crochets, chain 3 and skip 3, and then double crochet to the very end. For row 9, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 4 double crochets, then chain 3, 2, 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and then do 7 double crochets. So there'll be 1 double crochet into a stitch, 5 into the chain, and then another one into the other side of the stitch, or the stitch on the other side. Then you're going to chain 3, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and double crochet to the very end. For row 10, chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 1 double crochet, and then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3 to double crochet 13, chain 3, then skip 1, 2, 3, and double crochet to the very end. For row 11, which is the final row, you'll chain 3 and then double crochet into every single stitch. And to check your work, when you're done, you should have a total of 23 stitches, and that chain 3 counts as one of those stitches. And this is what the mushroom square looks like before blocking. The final square that we need to make is the flower. So you're going to start out by once again chaining 25, then once again into the 4th stitch do a double crochet and double crochet to the very end. You should have a total of 23 double crochets. One of those is that chain 3, and my yarn just ended up in my coffee. Okay, to start row 2, you're going to chain 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, and turn your work. Now remember, this right here, your usual chain 3, that is your first stitch. So you're going to skip 3. This one doesn't count because that's a stitch. 1, 2, 3. Into the 4th, you're going to do a double crochet. Then you're going to do a total of 3 double crochets. After that, you're going to chain 3, and then you're going to skip 3. So 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the 4th, and you're just going to repeat that back and forth. You're going to do 3 double crochets, then you're going to chain 3 and skip 3. 3 double crochets, chain 3 and skip 3, all the way to the very, very end, and you should end up on 1 double crochet. This is what it should look like. So it should be even on both sides. You're going to chain 3, 2, 3, turn your work, and then you're going to double crochet all the way across, and you should end up with 23. Now I'll show you how you end up with 23 at the end. So I'm at the very end, and I have 23 stitches because your last set of 3 you do into the chains, and then you have a chain 3 here. So you have a chain 3 going this way and a chain 3 going this way because you're creating the point of row 2. So you'll want to do a double crochet into the top of that chain 3 so that you have enough stitches. So next for row 4, you're going to chain 3 and then do 7 double crochets. Then you're going to want to chain 4, 2, 3, 4. Now you're going to yarn over. You're going to skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th. Do 1 double crochet, and then you're going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yarn over, and again skip 1, 2, 3, double crochet into the 4th, and all the way to the very end. Starting row 5, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and do 5 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 4, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to skip 5 stitches. So that would be, you have your double crochet 1 to the right, so that the chain before the double crochet, and you're going to do a single crochet, then do a single crochet into that double crochet, and then 1 more single crochet into the chain on the other side. Then you're going to chain 4, you're going to skip 5 and then double crochet, so that would be skipping 2 of the double crochets. So double crochet into that 3rd one and all the way to the very end. To start row 6, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 4 double crochets. Then you're going to chain 5, and then you're going to single crochet into the last chain before those single crochets, just like last time, and you'll do a total of 5 single crochets. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you're going to chain 5, skip 4, so then you're going to double crochet into the 2nd double crochet here and double crochet all the way down. So you should have a total of 5 double crochets. Starting row 7, chain 3, turn your work, and then do 5 double crochets. So yes, the last double crochet will be in that first chain space. Make sure you actually do it into the chain. Then you're going to chain 5. Then you're going to skip 5 and do 3 single crochets. So just into those middle 3 single crochets, do another 3, then chain 5, and then do a double crochet into that very last chain before your double crochets start, and then do double crochets all the way down, so you should have a total of 6 double crochets. Now for row 8, you're going to chain 3 and turn your work, and then do 9 double crochets, so your usual into the double crochets, and then 4 into your chains. Then you're going to chain 2 and skip 5 stitches, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then do a double crochet, and you're going to do double crochet all the way to the end, so you'll end up doing 10 double crochets. To start row 9, you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then you're going to double crochet all the way down into every single stitch. And just to note, when you get to that chain 2 space, instead of doing 2 double crochets in that spot, you'll want to do 3 so we can get back up to our 23 stitch count number. Now for row 10, I'm going to chain 6, turn my work, and then once again, same as row 2, we're going to skip 2, 3, and then double crochet. And then we're going to do the same pattern of 3 double crochets, 3 chains, skip 3, 3 double crochets, 3 chains, skip 3, and just repeat that till the very end. Then finally, row 11 is the last row. So you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then do a double crochet into every single stitch. And just to check to make sure you did everything correctly, you should have 23 stitches at the very end. And that, again, that very first 3 chains counts as your first stitch. And just tying off, this is what your flower square should look like before you block. Okie dokie, it's a few days later and I've blocked all of my squares to put them back into squares because they were looking a little wonky, and now it's time to start putting the pieces together. So this is the colorway that I'm doing. You could do whatever colorway you want. This is just the way that I want my squares to sit. I'm going and doing single crochets. I'm doing single crochets through both loops, which I'll show you what I mean, instead of just like a back loop and a back loop or a front and a front to make it lay flat. I'm doing both because I want that patchwork effect, and that's kind of giving me the look that I want. So let me show you how I'm attaching them. Okay, I'm doing it really quickly because you'll understand. Like, if you know how to do a single crochet, you'll know. So I'm just making a slip knot and doing my first chain as I usually would. And also the way that I'm doing it, I'm weaving my ends in as I go, so I don't have any ends to do at the end. So what I mean is you have 2, each stitch is 2 loops, right? Go through both of them, then the blue, go through both of them, so you should have 4 stitches on your hook, yarn over and do a regular single crochet, and you do that all the way down. Now for the sides, obviously they don't have stitches, they're rows, so what I've been doing is for every single row I do 2 single crochets. So 1, and I'm obviously just starting in the middle here to show you how to do it. This is not my final work here, but 1, 2. So I just went through, did 2 rows, so 1, 2, 1, 2. So you'd have a total of 22 stitches instead of your usual. This way you should have 23 because every single square is 23 stitches. This way you should have 22 because every single square is 11 rows. So this is where I'm at and what it's looking like. This is the back side. So when you flip it over, you can see that looks like it's stitched together, which is the patchwork effect that I'm going for. So continue doing that to make these. So this is the chart I have. This is what we have to do next. We're doing the shoulders and the whole shoulders, like attaching here and attaching here. All we're doing is single crochets like we've been doing this whole time to do the patchwork. I'm not telling you how many to do. I don't know how many I'm going to do. So like, just do it however you want your neckline to be. That's how you're going to do it and attach it in those places. Go do it. So the final step is to finish off the sleeve. So you're going to sew here and here, and then you're going to sew here and here. Also, I did a single crochet all the way around the neckline. I'm going to do another one all the way around the sleeve and then all the way around the waist, or the bottom, I guess you would call it, and then weave in all my ends. Okie dokie, it's done. This is what mine looks like. The sleeves are kind of long, but I like having my hands covered with my sleeves anyway. And you can adjust it too. Like, I have specifically made it so there's a little bit of wiggle room on each of the sides, except for the flower, which technically you could just take out one of the circles. But if you want to make it smaller, if you want to make it bigger, you can adjust it and make it custom to what you want it to look like. Or you could even add a square, take out a square. I only did 2 squares for my sleeves, but you could do 3 if you want it to be a little looser fitting. You could do only 2 on the sleeves instead of 3. Like, there's all different things you can do. It's very customizable, but I hope that was helpful. I'll link all of the information below, like the charts and the written forms, the diagrams, the color charts, like everything that I did, I will link it below. So hopefully you understand. If you're confused, comment and I'll try to explain it in a way that makes sense. But yeah, I hope you have fun making this. I have fun making this. I might make it again, like with different colors, I don't know. This one's really soft and I really like it, and I think it's fun for the winter time. It's kind of like wintry colors. Anyway, I hope you have the best day ever and your coffee tastes like magic. Bye.